Hello and welcome to this Surreal Floral Face Cookie tutorial. Transfer your design to an already iced and dried cookie. Then prepare some soft consistency icing in a tipless bag. This is the icing that we'll be using to dimensionally pipe the entire design. Be mindful of how much pressure you use when piping the stems to our flowers. They're quite narrow, and it would be very easy to pipe outside the graphite zones. When piping the bud, you want to keep the icing as smooth as possible. We're going to be painting the dimension onto the bud. To develop the petals on the poppy flower, you want to pipe an elongated teardrop for each petal. For optimum results, we want to keep our pressure as even as possible when piping in the stems. Now we need to develop the petals on the flower that represents her mouth, and we want to pipe an elongated teardrop for each one of the petals. Moving back to the poppy all the way to the right, we need to pipe the petals that are standing up. We're going to do so by piping in the direction of form and using our scribe tool to shape the petals. After you place the hip and the stem to the flower that represents the mouth, allow the cookie to dry overnight and we'll paint it tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I forgot the back of the butterfly's wings and the body. Go ahead and pipe those in as well. We need to paint our lightest tones first and then develop the layering of color as we add our dark tones and midtones. I'm using an olive green color for the light base of the leaves and the stems. Paint a little bit of aubergine on the right side of the bud's hip. You'll need to paint with a very diluted yellow paste in order to achieve the lightest tone for the butterfly. For both the poppy flower and the flower that represents the mouth, we're using a very diluted pink color. For the bud, we're going to use a diluted peach color. Again, for the hip of the flower that represents the mouth, we want the right side to be painted with a little bit of diluted aubergine color. Then, using the olive green color, paint the calyxes. Paint another layer of the yellow color for the back butterfly's wings. We don't need to dilute the yellow color for the back wings. We have finished painting all of our lightest tones, so now we can start painting our midtones. Using the peach color normally, start painting with a filbert brush the left side of the bud. Now we need to use a darker pink color to paint the veins and the lower lip of the flower that represents the mouth. When painting in the veins, you want to use a hard line and make sure that you are painting in the direction of form. Repeat the same process for the top portion of the mouth. Using the same dark pink color, paint the poppy flower in the direction of form. Now we need to darken the tone of our stems and leaves. But we only want to darken the tone on the left side. We want to leave the right side lighter. We're using a darker green color to create the darker tone. Be mindful when painting in the veins for the leaf that represents her eye. The veins also represent her eyelashes. Using a dark green color and staying up of the toe of my brush, I'm going to freehand paint part of the calyx onto the bud. And the calyx is an odd shape, but I think of it as a banana shape with a long tail at the end. I'm darkening that aubergine color, but I want to make sure that it transitions naturally into the green color. Going back to the dark green color and staying up on the toe of my brush, I'm going to put the central vein in for the leaf that comes over the bud, or the bud stem. Next, I'll paint the tiny veins that come from the central vein, making sure they go in the direction of form. Using dark brown food paste, paint inside the 2 open holes we left on each of the butterfly's wings. Then use a very diluted brown color and paint stripes onto the butterfly's wings and body. Going back to the darker green color, paint the sides of the stem and hip that is coming down from the flower that represents the mouth. We need to use the very diluted peach color we used for the bud to paint the background or the negative space of our floral cookie. When we finish, we do not want any white showing. The entire cookie should have a light peach tone. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my online school at shop5thAvenueCakes.com.